Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. We're glad that you're here. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
And together we are Backyard Musings, the Science and Technology channel.
Yeah, today we're talking about a bug. Kind of weird.
It is weird.
And when I was a kid, what's that?
It's weird.
It is weird. And when I was a kid, Keds were a shoe.
Yeah.
Do you remember Keds being shoes?
I do.
Yeah, that was a pretty popular tennis shoe or sneaker. And now we find that they're bugs. So anyway, here we go.
After finding a host and shedding its wings for good, a blood-feeding fly appears to sacrifice some of its vision to better support its parasitic lifestyle. Researchers from Aberystwyth University and the University of Florence have discovered that this major shift in behavior is accompanied by a significant change in the insect's sensory systems. Would you like to know more?
How would they find this out? This is just bizarre. After establishing themselves on a host, deer Keds appear to redirect resources away from maintaining highly sensitive vision. Scientists believe this may help conserve energy for functions that become more important once the flies stop flying and begin living as parasites. So that must mean when they find their body, right? They're in this particular case, it probably a deer or some kind of wild animal or whatever. So weird.
And this might describe ex-wives too. Perfect explanation.
Okay.
Dr. Roger Santer from the Department of Life Sciences at Aberystwyth University, who led the study, said, quote, vision plays a vital role in animal behavior, but it is also energetically expensive. Evolution favors sensory systems that are efficiently matched to an animal's way of life. Some blood-feeding flies rely heavily on vision, while others live permanently on hosts and have little need for it. Deer Keds are especially interesting because they switch between these two lifestyles. Parasites.
I'm sorry. Okay, to investigate how the insects adapt to this transition, the researchers examined deer Keds at different stages of their lives. This included winged adults captured while searching for hosts and wingless adults collected from deer after they adopted their parasitic lifestyle.
Can you imagine? Now, these deer are skittish, man. You see them 50 yards away and they bolt. So you got to catch the deer. Then you got to search it to find these Keds and then take the Ked off. It's crazy.
What a job.
The team focused on genes involved in visual sensitivity, known as opsins. By comparing gene activity before and after the flies shed their wings, the scientists were able to see how the insect's visual systems respond to such a sudden lifestyle change.
You know, maybe they could just go to Utah, and I say Utah because I frequent that state a lot. But there are dead deer all over the place.
Oh, we saw a bunch driving here. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was going to say you drove through rural America, and we even saw when we were up there this last time, and I was taking my grandkids fishing. We saw a dead cow elk on the side of the road.
Ooh,
which is very rare, right? Do you see elk dead on the side of the road? But okay, so where am I at here? The team or Dr. Santer said, quote, we found that a flying deer Ked's visual system is much like that of a tsetse fly, which famously hunt out mammal hosts in Africa. However, after a deer Ked loses its wings and becomes an ectoparasite, activity of its ospin genes reduces to around half the previous level. This suggests that the flies do not lose vision entirely, but that their visual sensitivity is reduced. We think the fly might be sacrificing sight to conserve energy for functions such as digestion and reproduction. Oh, those are two pretty important functions.
Okay, so you're a male Keds on a deer. You've shed your wings and you can't see very well, and you're going to go stumbling around to find a female Keds to reproduce.
Maybe they find you.
Maybe they find you.
Kind of like those ex-wives.
Kind of like the ex-wives.
You cannot run and you cannot hide.
The findings suggest that deerheads retain the ability to see after settling on a host, but their visual sensitivity becomes much lower than it was during their host-seeking stage. Published in the Journal of Experimental Biology on May 31st, 2026, the study offers new insights into how parasites adjust their sensory systems when their lifestyles undergo dramatic changes.
Well, and I would say that dramatically. That's a dramatic change, right?
It is a dramatic change.
Yeah. Researchers say a better understanding of how deerheads and other biting flies use their senses could eventually contribute to improved monitoring and control methods.
Let me ask you this.
I don't know.
Let me ask you this. If you had wings, would you shed them? No.
I probably would not.
No.
I would probably become celibate. I could become a nun deerhead or a monk deerhead.
I'd keep my wings so I can move around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I would give up the reproduction part and just, if I could fly, that would be cool. Yeah.
Fly.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. Great story.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us.
Good story.
We'll catch you in the morning.
Take care, everyone. Thanks.